Alright, so let's take a look at what makes a blockchain tick. Picture each block as a digital container neatly packed with three important ingredients. First, there's data. What kind of data, you might ask? Well, it depends on the blockchain's purpose. For Bitcoin, for example, the data includes details about transactions like who sent what to whom and when. On a supply chain blockchain, the data might track where a product came from, every step it took to get to you, and who handled it along the way. Some blockchains even store legal agreements, personal identification, or digital ownerships of assets. In short, anything that needs to be secured can go on blockchain. The second ingredient of blockchains are hashes. So each block carries a hash, which acts as a digital fingerprint. This hash is a long string of letters and numbers created by running the block's data through a special algorithm. Change even the tiniest thing in the block, like swapping a single letter and a name, and the hash completely transforms. This makes it easy to stop tampering. And third is the hash of the previous block. Think of it like a link to the block before it. This connection is what makes the chain in blockchain. If someone tries to alter block, it breaks the link to its neighbor because the hash no longer matches up. That's the magic of blockchain security. Every block helps block the one before it. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Imagine a hacker tries to tamper with a block. Say they want to rewrite a transaction or fudge some details. The moment they change anything, that block's hash will no longer match what the next block expects. This mismatch sets off alarms across the entire chain. And since every block is linked, the hacker would need to change every block after the one they altered across all copies of blockchain. That's not just hard, it's basically impossible if the chain is big enough. In the past, we've relied on middlemen, banks, government agencies, and big companies to act as gatekeepers, verifying transactions and maintaining records. But these middlemen have their flaws. They can be hacked, they can make mistakes, and they can charge fees just to be the go-between. Instead of putting the trust in these institutions, we put the trust in the technology. The chain works as a shared, decentralized ledger spread across thousands or even millions of computers. Every time a new block is added, all of those computers update their copy of the chain. This shared system means there's no single point of failure and no easy way for anyone to cheat the system. Now, you might have heard of something called mining. That's one way blocks get added to certain blockchains like Bitcoins. Miners are computers typically, or sometimes people, that compete to solve tricky math puzzles. Whoever solves it first gets to add the next block and usually earns certain cryptocurrency as a reward. But heads up, this uses a lot of electricity, which is why some newer blockchains are looking for greener methods. But wait, there's more. Blockchains aren't just about tracking money. They can do way cooler stuff as well, like run smart contracts. Think of these as self-executing agreements. For example, imagine renting an apartment. A smart contract could release the digital keys automatically as soon as your payment clears. No waiting, no confusion, and no middleman. So where's Bitcoin used exactly? Obviously, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum are the big ones. But beyond that, it's also helping smart contracts and supply chain tracking, as we mentioned, along with healthcare, gaming, and even voting systems. Basically, anywhere you need transparency and trust, blockchain is there. Of course, it's not perfect. Blockchains can be slow and mining can waste a lot of energy, as we mentioned. Plus, there's a learning curve. But as more people figure out how to use it, blockchain might just change the way we do things, from how we pay for stuff to how we prove who we are. Blockchain, a chain of blocks that is changing how we share and secure information. It's all about trust, transparency, and working together without the middleman. And the more you learn, the more exciting it gets. For more information like this, like and follow to BeCoin.net.